Support my Breaking News 24 channel. You can donate $1, $5, $10, or any sum you like to. Click the link in the description and make us a donation.
South Korea says Kim Jong-nam poisoned by suspected North Korean agents. South Korea's spy agency said on Wednesday that Kim Jong-nam, the estranged half-brother of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, was poisoned by two suspected North Korean female agents, according to lawmakers briefed by the intelligence agency. The agency also said North Korea had long prepared for the murder of Kim Jong-nam, according to lawmakers, although they did not say how the agency knows that. Kim was assassinated on his way to the Chinese territory of Macau, where he had been living, the lawmakers said, adding that he had been given China's protection. AIG posts bigger fourth quarter loss, adds $3.5 billion to buyback program. American International Group Incorporated, AIG.N, the largest commercial insurer in the United States and Canada, reported a bigger than expected quarterly loss, largely due to a $5.6 billion reserve charge to cover possible future claims. Shares of the company, which also raised its share buyback program by up to $3.5 billion, were down 4.5% in after-hours trading on Tuesday. AIG's net loss widened to $3.04 billion, or $2.96 per share, in the fourth quarter ended December 31, from $1.84 billion, or $1.50 per share, a year earlier. Much of the loss was due to the reserve charge for long-term risks on U.S. commercial insurance policies it has already written. AIG agreed last month to pay about $10.2 billion to a unit of Warren Buffett's Berkshire Hathaway Incorporated, BRCA.N, to take on the bulk of the risk associated with those policies. The deal with Berkshire follows a $3.6 billion increase to reserves chalked up by AIG in the last quarter of 2015, and Chief Executive Peter Hancock told CNBC the insurer was reducing its reliance on commercial insurance in the United States as claims, ranging from medical malpractice to workers' compensation, rise. If you look at it over a 10-year horizon, 10 years ago we were doing about $15 billion in revenue on this business, Hancock said on CNBC. Today that's down to about $3 billion. AIG's fourth quarter marks a critical midpoint in an ambitious two-year strategic plan aimed at turning the company around. The plan, unveiled early last year, followed pressure from billionaire activist investors Carl Icahn and John Paulson in 2015 to split the company in three because of AIG's poor performance that year. By slimming down, AIG could shed its designation as a non-bank systematically important financial institution, SIFI, Icahn has said. The insurer has donned the label since its near collapse in 2008 and the government bailout that followed, driving regulators to consider some non-bank companies as too big to fail. Two-year plan. The goals for AIG's restructuring plan include returning $25 billion to shareholders and becoming a leaner, more profitable and focused insurer by trimming its property and casualty business and shedding unwanted assets, among other measures. The $3.5 billion buyback announced on Tuesday keeps AIG on track to meet that goal. On an operating basis, AIG reported a loss of $2.72 per share in the 3 months ended December 31, while total general operating expenses fell 9.6% to $2.48 billion. The insurer is looking to cut its gross general operating expenses by $1.6 billion by year-end. AIG's adjusted accident year loss ratio for its commercial insurance unit, its biggest, was 78.2%, up from 65.6% a year earlier. Adjusted accident year combined ratio for the unit rose to 108.3% from 95.8%. A ratio below 100% means an insurer earns more in premiums than it pays out in claims. Before Tuesday's close at $66.89, AIG's Aetna, Humana dropped merger. Cigna wants to end Anthem deal. Health insurers Aetna Incorporated and Humana Incorporated walked away from their $34 billion merger on Tuesday, and Cigna Corp sought to end its deal with Anthem, shelving the industry consolidation they charted to address former President Barack Obama's Affordable Care Act. Humana also said it would exit the Obamacare individual insurance market after this year, saying that early medical costs were running a bit high. Humana was one of several insurers that lost money in 2016 and then cut back offerings for this year, saying the program needs to be changed. President Donald Trump and Republicans have vowed to repeal and replace Obamacare, the national health care reform law that created new individual insurance and expanded Medicaid, adding 20 million people to the ranks of the insured. Trump on Tuesday tweeted about Humana's decision to exit the market, promising he will repeal, replace and save health care for all Americans. The insurers, in seeking their mergers, had said the combinations would help them grow after the law changed everything from how doctors and hospitals are paid to the benefits insurers must provide. The Aetna Humana and Cigna Anthem deals were announced in July 2015, and the Justice Department filed antitrust lawsuits a year later seeking to block the deals. Two federal judges separately ruled against the deals in recent weeks. Government antitrust officials argued that both mergers would lead to less competition and higher prices for Americans, which Aetna and Anthem tried to disprove. The acquisitions would have reduced the number of national U.S. insurers from 5 to 3. After the defeat in court on January 23, Aetna and Humana said they were weighing an appeal. But they opted on Tuesday to scrap the merger. Aetna shares rose 3% to $125.81. While Humana fell 0.4% to $205.97. Aetna will pay Humana a $1 billion breakup fee, or $630 million after taxes, and terminated its plan to sell some Medicare Advantage assets to Molina Healthcare Incorporated, the company said. Molina will receive a $75 million breakup fee. Humana said it will buy back at least $2 billion worth of shares in 2017 and earn a net profit of $16.65 to $16.85 per share, helped by the payment from Aetna, and raise its dividend. Humana is the first insurer to withdraw from the Obamacare exchanges for 2017, but Aetna and Anthem have both said they are considering doing so if changes are not made to the plan. Wall Street analysts and investors suggested that the Trump administration might be friendlier to deals, and that Humana could again be a target for Anthem or Cigna. Humana CEO Bruce Broussard said on a conference call that the company would consider any takeover offer, balancing the probability and timing of completing a transaction, the current environment and the process it has just gone through. Cigna goes to court. Cigna said on Tuesday that it had notified Anthem that it had terminated its merger and that Anthem was required to pay a $1.85 billion breakup fee. It also filed a lawsuit in Delaware, asking a judge to declare legal its decision to terminate the deal and to approve $13 billion in damages for shareholders who did not receive the takeover premium. Anthem responded that the merger agreement was in place until April 30, 2017, and that Cigna could not back out. Anthem's shares closed down less than 1% at $163.32, while Cigna rose less than 1% to $146.68. Several antitrust lawyers said the two companies, which have been at odds for the past year, likely will settle the lawsuit. "We knew for weeks that all they were doing was positioning themselves for this fight," said Matthew Cantor, an antitrust litigant. South Korea believes half-brother of North Korea leader was murdered. South Korea said on Wednesday it believed the half-brother of North Korean leader Kim Jong-un had been murdered, as Malaysian authorities moved the body to another hospital for an autopsy to identify the cause of death, sources told Reuters. U.S. government sources told Reuters they believe that Kim Jong-nam, who according to Malaysian police died on Monday on his way to hospital from Kuala Lumpur International Airport, had been murdered, possibly poisoned, by North Korean agents. Kim Jong-nam had spoken out publicly against his family's dynastic control of the isolated state and was estranged from the young North Korean leader. If the murder of Kim Jong-nam was confirmed to be committed by the North Korean regime, that would clearly depict the brutality and inhumanity of the Kim Jong-un regime, South Korean Prime Minister Jong, the country's acting president, told a Security Council meeting. South Korea is acutely sensitive to any sign of potential instability in North Korea, and is still technically in a state of war with its impoverished and nuclear-armed neighbor. Tika to Macau, Malaysian police said the dead man, 46, held a passport under the name Kim Kil. Kim Jong-nam was known to spend a significant amount of time outside North Korea, and has been caught in the past using forged travel documents. Malaysian police official Fadzil Ahmad said on Tuesday the cause of Kim's death was not yet known, and that a post-mortem would be carried out. Kim had been planning to travel to Macau on Monday when he fell ill at Korea's low-cost terminal, Fadzil said. South Korea's intelligence agency said Kim's family was in Macau, South Korea's Yonhap news agency reported. Asked during a news briefing if the murder of Kim Jong-nam was confirmed, South Korean Unification Ministry spokesman Jong he said, "Yes, I have said it is confirmed." South Korea's TV Chosun, a cable TV network, cited multiple South Korean government sources saying that Kim had been poisoned with a needle by two women believed to be North Korean operatives who fled in a taxi. Reuters could not independently confirm those details. The North Korean embassy in Kuala Lumpur would not speak to reporters gathered outside its gate and refused them entry. A few cars were seen leaving the embassy. South Korea's Unification Ministry urged North Korean defectors.
If you like to receive more news on our YouTube channel, please click the subscribe button. If you like to receive an alert every time a new upload is made, hit the bell. Give us a like to the video or dislike if you agree or not to the news. Be proactive. Is your life and the news will serve your day. Finally, leave us your opinion in the comment section on what you think about the subject. Thank you and stay tuned to Breaking News 24.